and welcome to another edition of IVCA's All Cap Regulatory Watch. I am Sonia from IVCA's advocacy team. The first quarter of financial year 26-27 has been marked by sustained policy engagement and important regulatory developments aimed at strengthening India's alternate capital ecosystem. From improving ease of doing business and boosting foreign direct investments into India, to attracting long-term capital, expanding domestic institutional participation, and shaping the future of AIF regulations. This quarter has seen meaningful momentum across multiple fronts. In this edition, we take you through the key developments, the conversation shaping policy, and what they mean for investors and the broader ecosystem. The quarter begins with an important tax clarification from the government. Following the CBDT notification on pre-April 2017 investments, long-standing grandfathering benefits under the tax framework have been reaffirmed. At the same time, IVCA continues to engage with government on providing greater certainty around the interpretation of control and management for foreign entities, helping reduce ambiguity for global investors navigating the post-Tiger global environment. Another significant development this quarter was the SEBI board approval to introduce a fast-track approval mechanism for alternative investment fund placement memorandum. The proposal seeks to streamline the scheme launch process and improve ease of doing business for fund managers. The industry now awaits the detailed SEBI circular before the framework becomes operational. In addition, IVCA launched the Query Guidance Tool, a dedicated platform that enables members to seek structural guidance from the advocacy team on regulatory and policy matters, making regulatory engagement more accessible and responsive. Members can write to us at regulatory-affairs@ivca.in.
A key focus this quarter has been strengthening India's ability to attract both global and domestic long-term capital. IVCA engaged extensively with Honorable Finance Minister, the PMO Office, DPIIT, Niti Aayog and DEA on measures to improve India's investment climate. Discussions covered several structural reforms including Gold Pass for top global and domestic AIF institutional investors, infrastructure and credit capital formation including domestic participation in infrastructure through tax reforms, government asset privatization with alternate capital, strengthening foreign direct investment policies, improving exit mechanism and creating a more competitive environment for both global and domestic investors. IVCA also continued its engagement on Press Note 2 and Press Note 3 reforms. IVCA is also engaging with CBISC on the issues of GST notices to AIFs. IVCA also participated in the Joint Parliamentary Committee on the Corporate Law Amendment Bill 2026, recommending easing of the framework to enable the conversion of existing AIF trust into LLP, permit each AIF scheme to convert into a separate LLP and provide tax neutrality for such conversion. Building a stronger domestic capital base continues to remain a strategic priority. This quarter, IVCA and CRISIL conducted a dedicated knowledge workshop for EPFO officials to provide a practical understanding of AIFs and their role within diversified institutional portfolios. Alongside this, IVCA continued its engagement with EPFO, PFRDA and IRDA on enabling calibrated pension fund and insurance participation in AIFs. Expanding participation from pension fund and insurance company and other domestic institutional investors remain one of the most important structural opportunities for India's alternate capital ecosystem.
The September 8, 2026 deadline for compliance with the angel funds regulation changes is fast approaching. After this, only accredited investors will be able to make angel investments. IVCA has understood from angel funds that the impact is going to be large and most of the current investors won't be able to comply due to the financial threshold set for accreditation. IVCA has taken this issue as a priority with SEBI and DPIIT. We are in touch with both angel funds and the regulators to make the necessary balance between the growth of angel funds and regulatory objectives. This quarter also saw important discussion on the next evolution of India's AIF regulatory framework. IVCA and SEBI held detailed consultations on what is being referred to as AIF Regulations 2.0, a long-term vision that explores a transition towards a more manager-centric regulatory architecture with proportionate compliance based on the scale and the nature of fund managers. This quarter also included continued engagements with SEBI on operational aspects of accredited investors framework, improvements to regulatory reporting system, practical implementation of the NAV reporting framework, and enhancing the quality of private placement memorandum. IVCA remains committed to working closely with policymakers, regulators, and industry stakeholders to help shape a transparent, globally competitive, and future-ready alternate capital ecosystem. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next edition of IVCA's All Cap Regulatory Watch.